Hello. I'm the Queen of Daggers, and I hold the cards. Welcome, Libra, to your March monthly reading. You've got a lot to think about this month, Libra. You've got a lot to think about. Work on your posture, by the way. I don't know why that popped into my head, but it did. If you're new here, or if you're returning and haven't done so already, I would appreciate it if you would hit the subscribe button so I may see you again. If for any reason you would like a personal reading, my email is in the description box, and I have open booking. I would also love to hear from you if you'd just like to say a little hi or hello. Now, let us begin. I was recently gifted an Angel Oracle deck. It's called the Angelarium. It's quite fascinating. You received Raziel for this month. Now, I apologize, I do not have it completely memorized yet. There's quite a lot going on in that book. So I will have to read from it, and I do hope you enjoy my reading voice. Raziel, Angel of Mysteries. The Keeper, the speaker of truth, all knowledge, is pressed within the binding of his book. Raziel stands at the foot of the tree of life and observes all of creation, ever the diligent witness, forever transcribing the whole of creation. The book is passed to Enoch through his journey into the tree of life. There are some things we simply cannot know, such as the precious narrative of life. We can know the parts of the play, but not the story's end. Secrets and hidden endings keep the performance alight and dancing through the universe. Raziel, wrapped on high, our ever-present observer. We dream and fill Raziel's book of mysteries. Our breath turns its pages. Exhale. Signs of Raziel include a book, a mask, and codes. Fascinating, Libra. Your signifier for the month is the world in reverse. I think something has come to an end, but you don't want to admit it, because you don't know everything yet. You didn't receive all the answers, and it's driving you insane. It's like a parasite in your mind, as the Dark Mirror has given you parasite for the month. Something to think about. Something that's draining you. Maybe a person, maybe a position at work. But there is something on your mind, and I believe it has something to do with this past, this mystery. That which feels incomplete. Perhaps you yourself feel incomplete for some reason. Libra, what answers are you seeking? For there are some things we are not to know. Did someone important pass? You must trust they are in somewhere far better, and that still they watch upon you, though they may not be at your side in a physical nature. That may only be for some of you. Regardless, those who have journeyed do wish you well, and your ancestors guide you, whether or not you believe it. Now, this is a spread for your personal growth and development in this month of March 2022. It is from the William Blake Tarot. It is the first deck I ever used. And it is a deck that's been with me for nearly 15 years. It's based upon the writing and the painting of William Blake, an author, a poet, an artist, and a scientist from, I believe, the 18th century. He's a pioneer of the concept of the cosmic consciousness, that we are all tapped into the universe and its knowledge, and the universe resides within us all. This may be something to ponder during this month of March. It may be the key to whatever you're trying to find, something within you. Your first card, go figure, is assessment. I believe that is the equivalent of justice, actually. It even has the scales fitting for you. Next we have the 3 painting for practice. There's something else you need to know. There's something in your life that could use improvement, and I believe you will do quite well with it. I believe you will find your peace with something through another practice. Perhaps some kind of meditation even. If you have not picked up such a thing, you may want to pick it up now. I know that is a frequent recommendation, however. It seems something may be of great benefit along that nature. Musing, and I wrote my happy songs every child may joy to hear. There may actually be a child in your life, Libra, and you may wish to spend more time with them. And that may only be for some of you, of course. This is a collective reading. Again, if you want something very specific, my email is down below. I show you these images as the visuals are the most important part of this deck, and you may see something that I do not. 7 of Poetry is boldness in reverse. Times require that everyone should speak out boldly. Every man should do his duty in arts, as well as in arms, or in the Senate. You're trying to keep something to yourself, and it is of no benefit to do so. You're creating an ending within yourself that need not be. And because you refuse to speak of it, you will not receive the answers to your silent questions. Libra, you must speak up. Whatever is happening, you must speak up. Or no one will joy to hear anything. You are thinking and thinking and thinking, but you are not speaking to anyone. With the stars in reverse, perhaps you fear responses. Have you been holding your tongue from someone brash or arrogant? Or rather, are you trying not to appear arrogant yourself? Have you been silencing yourself, making yourself smaller for the benefit of others? At your work, in your family, with a lover or a friend, it will not help you. It will not. You will become the child of music in reverse, piping down the valleys, wild, piping songs of pleasant glee. You cannot share your joy, you cannot sing your songs if your mouth is closed. And you will not have the bravery of this fur should you keep silent. You may be listening to yourself, but you are not acting upon it this month, Libra. I recommend you do. You have discipline in reverse, 8 of Painting. You are afraid. You're very fearful of someone, something, your own thoughts, but you must speak them aloud. You do not want to confront these things. You do not want to end this cycle. I know. But the only way to find freedom is to do so. The only way to grow is to acknowledge, confront, and move forward. Excuse me, friend. Excuse me. Thank you. But then you can reach nature. You can find this growth. Perhaps this is within a family. Perhaps this does relate to a child. Perhaps it does not. Perhaps your inner child is involved. Perhaps your childhood, in fact. Maybe you felt abandoned or ignored. And this strains your mind thinking about it regularly. There are people for whom you have words, and you never speak them. Thus they never know the effect they had on you. Who must you confront to remove this drain on your mind? Why do you feel like you will be a parasite if you let people know the truth and how you feel? Now we're moving on to your career. Though I recommend you open your mouth, for it may also relate to this. You start with the Hanged Man. Start with the Hanged Man, you're still being silent. You're still silencing yourself. Even in the workplace, you keep quiet. Very much so. Very much so. You have something you do want to bring forward, and should you be greatly successful. This is a brilliant idea you have. But you have not done so. And because of this, it brings you pain. You know you can succeed. Are you afraid to succeed? Are you having a Virgo moment? They're enduring the same problem. They fear their own success as well. The Hermit in reverse. Go figure. I just said Virgo moment. You need to speak up. You need to confide in other people. You need to voice the things in your mind. This will benefit your career, but you're afraid of abandonment. You're afraid of being stopped. Maybe you're afraid of being fired. You don't trust anything good will come should you say what's on your mind. Perhaps there's been an incident at work you're too afraid to discuss. Don't be afraid, Libra. Some things must be said, whether others want to hear them or not. 5 of Pentacles in reverse. You're convinced you'll be left out in the cold. 6 of Wands in reverse. It feels as if you will never truly succeed. Death in reverse, because you are not making changes. You are staying in this position of avoiding an ending and thus avoiding completion. 5 of Swords in reverse. You refuse to take action. 10 of Cups in reverse, out of fear. 9 of Pentacles in reverse. You don't want to be fired. You don't want to lose your position. You don't want to lose face. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. However, this is what's actually holding you back. 7 of Wands in reverse. You have to pick things up and move. You have to speak. You have to make a wave. Because when you make a wave, something good will happen. You're just not seeing it. Instead, you're seeing the 9 of Swords. You're only seeing your pain. It's eating at you. 10 of Swords in reverse. However, you can end it. 3 of Pentacles in reverse. You haven't chosen to yet. Strength. It seems self-explanatory. King of Wands. Your ideas are better than you think. 8 of Cups. You may be leaving a job or abandoning an idea you had. This isn't necessarily bad. If you must leave, leave. There's something better on the horizon. You will never get it if you stay there, though. It could be as simple as another department or asking for a new office. It could be as major as changing your career entirely. Maybe you're going back to school. You're going back to school, Libra. That's for some of you. But it won't be successful. I really do think you're leaving something, though. You're leaving some work. Or you're avoiding your work. Maybe there's someone at work you're interested in. Maybe you're afraid to speak with them. Or you're spending too much time at the water cooler, so to speak. Proverbial water cooler, I don't know quite where you work. However, you're at odds with yourself. Very much so. You are not working on yourself unless your work is suffering. There are parts of you need to take care of. There are things you need to say. And there are demons you need to face. You must create this ending, and you will never move forward, and you will be trapped exactly where you are. And you know you are not happy there. Libra. You must do something. You know you will suffer. Perhaps if you say nothing, you will lose your position anyway. Your ideas are good. If you have an idea for where you are, you should say it. The thing about mysteries is, they will not out your mind. It is better to hear the word no, and to never know the answer, and wonder for the rest of your life if you might have heard the word yes instead. Libra, this is what I have for you for the month of March. You must raise your voice. You must accept there are things you do not have answers. And you must accept that sometimes you do have answers and you don't want to face them. You must accept that you have a voice that you must use. There's the story of your life. He records everything in his book. It will be there whether you want it to or not. You have the world in reverse and you have a cycle to complete. This month, you cannot continue holding yourself back from that, or you will suffer. I want nothing but good for you, Libra, or I would not offer you this message. It may not be what you want to hear. However, that is often what we need to hear the most. I appreciate you, Libra. I'm honored to have read for you, and to you, I suppose. Pardon me. It's been a day. And again, if you're new here, or if you're returning and haven't done so already, I would appreciate it if you would hit the little subscribe button so I may see you again. If for any reason you would like to reach out, my email is in the description box. You are welcome to do so. I look forward to seeing the changes you make in the month of March, and how they work in your favor. I will see you soon, most likely on Wednesday. Alright, Libra. Bye.